Students, good evening. Students in the online. Am I audible? Okay. So now let's start with, go to the further session. So 6 p.m. coming to flow control, if you look into that. Come in, guys. Last class, we completed the conditional statements in detail. As a part of conditional statements, we have around what? 4 parts are there. What are those 4 things? Simple if. Come on. If else. If and else. And match case. These 4 things we discussed. And we discussed in detail about it. Now it's a time to see if we look at looping statements. I want to go for it. This is what today we are looking into. Come in. This is what we are looking into today. So what is the use of these looping statements? We are entering into, students. Carefully follow here now. So what is the use of these looping statements? You look at carefully here. Now here, what is the purpose of flow control statements? The purpose of flow control statements in Python is that to perform certain operation, that is either X operation or Y operation only once, depends on the condition true or false. That is all for what? Conditionals. Or to perform certain operation repeatedly, for finite number of times until condition becomes false. So this type of thing, I'm going to start with this. So the purpose of, I'm going to write it. The purpose of looping or iterative or repetitive statements in Python, the purpose of looping or iterative statements or repetitive statements is that to perform certain operation repeatedly for a finite number of times until condition becomes false. Suppose I want to generate, as I told you the example of the same thing, I want to send an SMS to 100 people. SMS to what? How many people? 100 people. So 100 people I want to send an SMS. How many times you will send? 100 times. 100 times means what time it is? Finite number of times. So you will start with what? Sending an SMS from which number onwards? 1. So you will be starting with 1, sending with 2, 3. We go on continued up to where? Reaches to 100. Once it comes to 101, it will be stopping sending the SMS. So where are you starting from? 1 onwards. Where are you ending with? What is the relation between 1 and 100? Again, I will repeat because this is a critical point. Starting with what? 1. Ending with what? So if I want to continue this 1 to 100, what is the relation between that? What is that? Starting from where? 1. Ending with what? What is the relation between 1 to 100? So, I don't know whether you got it or not. 1 less than or equal to what? 100. 1 less than or equal to 100. Relation between 1 to 100 is 1 less than or equal to 100. Starting from where? 1. What is the ending with what? Always you need to start from 1 and you need to end with what? What is the relation then? 1 less than or equal to 10. That type of thing is called a condition, we can call. What is this is called? Condition. Spell out. Starting from where? So 1. Starting from 1. I is equal to what? 1. Starting from 1. It is known as what you know? Initialization part we can call. Spell out. What is initialization part? Starting from where? From where you want to start. That is known as what? Initialization part. Ending with what? 100. So I will write what here? I less than or equal to 100. What is the value of I? 1. 1 less than or equal to 100? Come on. True. What I will print? I will print. Which value I will print? I value, or I can say send SMS. Send SMS to what? I. Send SMS to I, for example. Okay. Once it is done, what you will be doing? Once an SMS sent to number 1, first person, what is the next person I need to send? 2, 3, 4, like that. Then that indicates what? Incrementing I value or not? I is equal to what? I plus 1. This part is known as what? Updation part we can call. Which part it is? Updation part. So, Sagatika, I plus I is not there, I told already. If anybody says I plus I, they are out of order. So, in our operators, because why I am reacting on it is, if we say I plus and plus I, they will not ask anything. They won't ask any question in the further. So, I plus and I plus I, if you say, you are not at all reading the notes. You are expressing your C language knowledge. Of course, I want to react on it because my students should not commit mistake. Python programming does not support unary operators. My notes is so powerful, you must be perfect in the notes. So if I write I plus or plus I, it will give error. Will it support? No, C language, C++, Java languages will support, but Python will not support. Now, I is equal to what? I plus 1. What this is known as? So, now I will write it. This part, here I will write it. Today I will write one small keyword called what? While I will write it. Don't worry about that. This keyword is going to take it. This keyword. Starting from where, ma? Starting from which part? Next it enters into where? Condition. Is the condition true or false? True. Print. Send SMS to what? I. That is the first person. I is equal to I plus 1. Increasing I value. What is the value of I now? 2. It will go back to the condition once again to the loop. That means while keyword having the internal behavior as what? The PVM control go back to the condition once again. What is the value of I? 2 less than or equal to 100. Also true. Print what value? Send SMS to second person. I is equal to I plus 1. 3. Again going back to the while loop. Again condition is what? True. This is repeated how many times? 100 times. 100 plus 1. 101. 101 go back to where? While. What is that now? False means it is coming out of it. Is my operation repeated 100 times or not? Right. See students, one more question I want to ask you. You have to repeat it now. I want to generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to generate like that. First you understand, is it a repetition operation or one-time operation? A repetition operation. Where you want to start with? Come on, mom. Come on, write the code. I is equal to 1. Do you know where you want to end with? Where you want to start with? Do you know the relation? Tell me. Very good. While I less than or equal to 10. While I less than or equal to 10. What is it? True. True na false? True. I will print here called what now? Print of what? I. What is the value of I printed? 1. After 1 it has to print what? 2. Suppose what is this line is called? Initialization. What is this line is called? Condition. Both of them mandatory or not? Okay. Now I will do what here, you know. Suppose if I don't do any updation, I value 1 less than or equal to 10 true, print I value. Again go back to the while loop only. What is this? 1 less than 10 also true. Printing 1 only. It is repeated for hundreds of hours. Number of days it will increase. Is it not infinite now? It is the infinite loop. Is infinite loops are recommended? No. So we are supposed to go for what? Come on. Updation is compulsory. What is compulsory? I is equal to what? I plus 1. So that it is repeated how many times? Suppose if I don't write it, if I don't write this, what is an error? Line number 2. This is called name error or not? I is nowhere. I is an error. So compulsory, what should I write it? Initialization. Suppose if I don't write any condition there, if I don't write any condition there, no condition is available. It is taken by default as false. What it will be taken by default? False. False means what? It will not execute at all. Getting, students? So that's why writing condition is also compulsory. And incrementing the I value is also what? Mandatory. Need to increment or not? So what I am trying to tell is, here is, in Python programming, where the time of dealing with what programs? At the time of dealing with what operations? Looping statements. Programmer must ensure, how many? Must ensure 3 points. 3 points. What are those 3 points? What is the number one? Number one is what? Initialization part. What part it is? Initialization part. Second, good, conditional part. And third is what? Updation part we can call. Conditional part, initialization part makes you to understand from where to start. This will make you to understand from where to start. This is an important student. From where to start. What is the conditional point? Where to stop. Next is what? Updation part makes you to understand what? To move forward or to come downwards. Suppose 1 minute, 10, 9, 4, 8, 7, 6, next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like this I want to go. Is it forward or backward? How do you write logic now? I is equal to what? 10. Come on. While I greater than or equal to 1. 1. Okay. I will write what here? Print of what? I. Starting from where? 10. What is the relation? Where you want to end? What is the relation between that? 10 greater than or equal to 1. True. Print what value? After 10 it is becoming what? 9. 9 to 8. 8 to 7. Like that I need to write. Tell me, students. I is equal to I minus 1. Is it incrementation or decrementation? So updation part increase gives you what? Increment or decrement. Are you following me? So updation part, it says increment, moving forward. Decrement says that moving which direction? Backward direction. Did you understand these points? These are compulsory, students. Now I am writing, in Python programming, we have 2 types of looping statements. 2 types of what? Looping statements. 2 types of looping statements. They are, number 1 I am writing. First part of it I am going to say. First one is what? While loop. It also called as what? While else loop we can call. What loop it is? While else loop. Second one is for loop we can call. For loop we can call. Or what we can call? For else we can call. For else we can call. For else loop we can call. These are the 2 things are there. We will discuss them in detail of it. Are you able to follow? So how many types of loops are there in Python? 2. One is while loop or while else. One more is for loop or for else. Are you able to follow? Right. Let us save this and I will go for what now? This I will go to the point 6 p.m. I'll take it. Loops here. So in this, I'll try to save it. What ma? Talking, huh? Some noise is coming. So here, coming to this point, you need to take care about this type of documentation. So I'll go for what now? While loop I will take it. Let's start with while loop here. Listen the class. Now I'll go for while loop. let us see two syntaxes. I'll write it. One is called what? While loop, and one more is while else loop I will take. Boys in the back, are you following? Now, syntax number one first. Syntax number one I am going to talk. So let us see the syntax number one. First thing I am going to take it. What is the syntax number one deals with? Easy. Now I am writing. Carefully follow. While I'll write before that some part of it. Now I am writing while. What I am writing? Test condition I am writing. While is a keyword and I need to write indentation symbol that you are already familiar with. And what I will write it here? Statement one. Statement one. Next is called what? Statement two. So on. I will write it here. Statement n. Statement n. What is the statement one? Statement two says? Statement one, statement two, statement n says what? Block of statements performing repeated operation. How it is doing? I will write it. Come out of the while loop. See students, see the indentation carefully. What I am writing now? Other statements in the program. Other statements in program. Other statements in program I am going to take it. So here I am writing other statements in the program. How this starts working now? Look at all of you carefully. It is coming to where now? While loop. What is this now? While test condition. When the test while is a keyword. While is a keyword. First PVM comes to where? Test condition. Test condition is what now? True. PVM executes what? Statement one, statement two, statement n. Known as indentation block. After this statement n is executing, PVM control goes to the while loop again. While keyword will take the PVM control back to the condition back. If I write if of test condition here, after executing this indentation block, it will not go to this back. It won't go back. It will come out and execute the other statements in the program. But in the case of while, do you know what is happening? In the case of while, what is happening? It is going to execute the indentation block and PVM will go to where? While condition once again. Once again, second time also what? True. Second time also execute what? Indentation block. Third time also will go to the test condition. Third time also true. Fourth time, fifth time, 10 times true. 11th time definitely what? False. Once it is false, come out of the while loop indentation and execute what statements? Other statements in the program. This is the first syntax number one. Related to which loop? While loop. Okay now? Now, second syntax I'll write students. Online students, can you please confirm it once? Can you please confirm it once? Is it understandable? All the students in online, confirm it. Now I am going to continue. Now I am going to continue. Second one I am going to take it. Same to same. Same to same. Nothing is difficult. I'll write it. I am writing. After that while loop is finished, I am writing what here? Else block. Else block. Now I am writing here certain else block statements I am writing. Else block statements I am writing. Else block of statements. See students, I'll give you some situations where I am using this else. Writing else block is optional here actually. But here I am writing else block. Second part of it. Start. Same flow. First time it is coming to test condition. What is this true? Execute it. Go back to the second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. N number of times repeated. Right or not? Once n number of times, n plus one time is false. It is coming to where? Else. Else of which block? While loop. Here, we are writing certain statements here. I am telling you what statements to write, sir. Simple. Here, you are doing certain operations, students. That operational related result is recommended to write in where? Else block of the while loop. Suppose you are doing a business. You want to show your profit in the 31st day. So 30 days you are doing the business. 1 to 30 days. What is your condition? 1 less than or equal to 30. You are getting your business and you are keeping in your locker. What the business profit you are getting. And 31st day is coming. 31 less than 30. False. Coming to which block? Else block. And you are printing that, open your locker and then see that how much profit you are getting it. Are you getting my point? So else block is recommended to write to show the result of the corresponding while loop. You can write in other statements part also, but wherever you are computing the result, whose corresponding result to be taken in where? Else block. Is it understandable, students? So writing else is mandatory, optional. So what is the diagrammatic format here? What is the diagrammatic? If you want flow chart to expect it, if you expect a flow chart, what is this now? Entry. Look at students, 1 minute you look at. See here, I am taking what here? Before that, entry. Before entry, what is required? Initialization part required or not? Initialization part is required. After that, what are you taking? Test condition. You are taking test condition. Okay. Test condition is going to contain what here? True. And also containing what? False. If it is false, what will happen? Tell me. Execute what block? Else block. Execute what block? Else block. And after that, executing what statements? Other statements. Execute other statements. Are you able to follow? Execute other statements. If it is true, what you will do? Execute indentation block or not? Execute indentation block of statements. After that, what you will do? I don't have the space. Chart window is there, students. If I click on it, it will disappear. That's why I'm writing in a little small space. What is this now? Execute which part? Updation part. Right or not? After that, it is going to where again? Test condition. Again true, execute. Going on, repeating. Once it is false, it is executing else block and coming to where? Other statements in the program. Getting ma? Right. Prajwala, very good ma. Prajwala is repeating all the concept like anything. I will take out one small diagram here. One small diagram I will bring it, students. Try to follow me now. Carefully follow. In this, I'll bring out this while loop. I will bring it. I'll bring while loop here. So let us coming to the point back. Under loops, I'll say here like this. I'm opening while loop syntax and explanation once. Let us see. Carefully watch it. Instead of writing again, I just explained it. Start. Syntax number 1. While test condition. Statement 1, statement 2, statement n. What this is called? Indentation block of statement. Parallel to while, what is written? Other statement. Have you habituated this indentation and all? Right. Other syntax, like dear students, syntax while test condition. What is this now? Indentation block of statement. Else block of statements. Other statements in the program. Dear students, come down and try to read out the sentences. Here, while and else are keywords. Here, test condition can be either true or false. If the test condition is true, then PVM executes indentation block of statements. And once again, PVM control goes to test condition. If once again test condition is true, then PVM executes indentation block of statements. This process repeated for finite number of times until test condition becomes false. Got it up? Right? Come on. Once a test condition becomes false, PVM executes else block of statements which are written under else block if present. That means writing else block is optional and later executes other statements in the program. This is about diagrammatic. This is about syntax as well as explanation. Let me show you for your better understanding one more point of it, one more effort through diagram. Come on, ma, through diagram. What is the first part? Initialization part. Enter into where? Test condition is what? True. Execute indentation block of statements written in while loop. Execute updation part. going back to the test condition once again. Second time also true, same thing will be repeated. Same thing will be repeated or not? Once a test condition becomes what? False. Execute else block of statements written in else block if present. And execute what? Other statements in the program. This is related to the flow chart of while loop. Students in online, all the students in online, Vivek, Sagatika, all the students, all the Naveen, all the students, did you follow? Mohammed, Srividya, Naveen, and Vijay Kumar, Vivek. Next is Amarnath, Monica, Neo, Kamal, Josna, all the students, Sumit, Archita, Lakshmi, Naveen, 8296, some mobile number, Samyukta. Followed everybody? Now, open the notes. Coding we will go. Concept we understand. Now we need to learn the coding. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate 1 to n numbers, 1 to n numbers, 1 to n numbers, where n is a positive integer value, where n is a positive integer value, where n is a positive integer value. It's an important, where n is a positive integer value. So let's go back to the things. Come on, students, go back to your place. I'll go for what? PyCharm. PyCharm, I will take it. So I'll take PyCharm. So under this, I'll just close my existing projects. Close the projects in this window. So I'll go to this place and I'll go for new project and 6 p.m. loops. So there I will be taking, I'll write the multiple examples in this place. Your total NASCAM certification, if you want to qualify any written test in the companies, these are very important. Loops, conditionals are very, very important. The logic building will be done only in these places. The rest of the topics will use these topics. Come on now, I'll use new Python file. What is this now? Number generation example1.py. Example1.py. So I'll take it and try to follow me. So I'm writing a question also here. Program for generating 1 to n numbers. 1 to n numbers. So n must be what? Where n is, come on, positive. Where n is positive. Tell me, students, quickly tell me, what should I do? Accept what value? Int value. Come on, tell me the code, everybody. Int of input of enter how many numbers you want to generate. How many numbers you want to generate. I'm going to take first level example, second level, third level, fourth level, 4 levels of examples I'm going to tell you. Be careful. What that n value can be? The n value can be either positive or negative or 0. How do you know that negative values not allowed? 0 value not allowed. How do you check it out whether number is positive or negative? If statement. Come on, how do you write it? If n less than or equal to 0. If n less than or equal to 0, I'll simply say that what is it? Is what input? Invalid input. Dot format of what? N. Indentation coming out. What I will write, ma? Else I will write it. Once it is coming to else, what should I write? Number is positive only. Suppose, for example, n is 10. I need to generate 1, 2, 3, 4 like that or not? I need to generate up to how many? 10. How do you write the code? While loop I need to use. While loop, if you want to use how many points? I said 3 points. What is that? I is equal to 1. What is this is known as initialization. Initialization. Are you following me? Next, please. While of I less than or equal to 10. 10 na n na? N. Good. I less than or equal to n. It is true. What I will do there? I say \t. I'll say here format of what? I. Format of I. Suppose if I don't, I is equal to what? I plus 1. I plus 1. Are you following me? Here I wrote it. And after that, see, still my cursor is waiting under while loop indentation only. How do you come out of that backspace? When you are pressing backspace, you are where other statements in the program. What I'll write it? Program execution completed. It is only for your understanding. Program execution completed. Which program execution completed? While loop is completed, right? Start. Run this code. Now run this code. Try to observe it. Enter how many numbers you have. Numbers you want to generate. For example, -5. N is called what, guys? -5. -5 less than or equal to 0. It's true. What is printed? -5 is what? Invalid input. Invalid input. I say here -5 is invalid input. Invalid input this is. Now you run it once again now. 0 you say. 0 is called what also? Invalid input. Getting, students? Very nice. Now I'll run once again here. For example, 5 I am saying 5. 5. 5 less than or equal to 0. False. Coming to where? Else. What I am doing to do? I is equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to 5. True. Print what value? 1 is printed. I plus 1, 2. Going back to the while loop again. 2 less than or equal to 5. Also true. Printed what? 2. I plus 1, 3. 3. Go back to the while loop. 3 less than or equal to 5. Also true. Print what value? I value. I plus 1, 4. 4 less than or equal to 5. Also true. Print what here? 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 less than or equal to 5. Also print 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 less than or equal to 5. False means come out of the while loop and execute. The program execution is completed. Understood? So these numbers are printed. See the output of my code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I run my code, if I enter some 10 numbers are entered, you see the answer now 1 to 10 is printed or not. Now if I say some 1000, if I say some 1000 here, so it is going to print 1000 values are coming here. 1000 values from the beginning of the code to what? 1 onwards, this is going to be given here. From the beginning of this 1 onwards, it is started with, ending with what? 1000. So this makes you to understand initialization compulsory, test condition is compulsory. This is called what? Test condition. Test condition. I'll show you test condition. This is known as what? Updation. For example, see mom, I will not write this code. I'll keep a comment. Comment. 7th line is comment. Error will come or not? What error? Name error. Try to run it once. Try to run it once. You got it. Say some 5. You got an error. Name I. What is this? Name I. Not defined. Error came. So that's why what is compulsory? Initialization compulsory. Suppose don't write this condition, student. Don't write condition. I told false. False means where it is coming? Program execution is completed. Run this code. See this now. Enter the value called what? 5. What is happening? Program execution completed. No condition is written. It is called by default condition result is false. So we will write what? Condition again. Suppose you don't write updation. I is equal to I plus 1. Don't write it. What will happen? Same 1 only printed so many number of times. Run this code now. See students, I'll say 5. What is happening? 1, 1, 1, 1 is going to print. Tomorrow if we come, still 1, 1 only will be running. Why? Infinite. Infinite of finite number of times. Finite number of times to be repeated. But it is giving what? Infinite. So it is going to be called Invalid programming we can call, not a good programming to start. So I will terminate the coding. So I'll terminate the coding. So I will enter the values called something like 10. I'll print like this. Still it is printing the same thing. What should I do? There is a red button is available there. You need to click that. You need to click that. It is interrupted. So compulsory I need to write I is equal to I plus 1. The three things are mandatory or not? Yes. So run this code. Now you say 10. 10 is printed like this. Are you okay, students? Now write down one more thing. Slowly we will go for improving our coding. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate n to 1, n to 1, which will generate n to 1, n to 1, where n is positive, where n is what? Positive, where n is positive, where n is positive. Are you following me? How do you take care of that? Now I'm going to start here. Take care, students. Now here I'm going to write it. Here, number generation example2.py. Number generation example2.py. So now don't take much time. Try to carry this. Question I will carry. I'll go for posting it. Generating from where? N to 1. N to 1. Where n is positive. Start the coding now. Tell me everybody. N is equal to int of input of enter how many numbers you want to generate. Enter how many numbers. How many numbers. How many numbers you want to generate. You want to generate. Okay. Then after that, what you will do? If n less than or equal to 0, say what? Invalid input. Is what input? Invalid input I can say. Dot format of what? I am writing what? Else. Now I will write the while loop. Format, okay. Format of what? N. Okay, students. Now I'll write it. While loop I will write it. Tell me. While directly I will write it. Initialization compulsory now? Initialization already n is containing or not? Of course. Start with I is equal to n. What is this part is known as? Initialization part. Always keep in mind this is compulsory. You should remember always. Tell me what should I do? I greater than or equal to 1. I greater than. You can write I greater than 0 also you can write it. Greater than 0 or greater than or equal to 1. Whichever choice you like it. I wrote like that. What is that now? Format of it. Dot format of what? I value. So I should say what? I is equal to I minus 1. Decreasing now? I is equal to I minus 1. Now today I am writing what part you know? Else part also I am writing. Else part also I will write it. Else. Here I am writing just only I am printing it. I am from else part of what? While loop. Else part of while loop. After finishing this else part, I am writing there what? Program execution. Program execution completed. Program execution completed. Now I am just writing it. And there is no specific use of else. It is if you want to enjoy the syntax of it, whatever calculation is done, still in the further you will get much awareness about it. Start here. Enter this now. Enter the value now. 10 I said. What the values are coming? 10 to 1. I am from else part of what? While. Because 1 is executed. Condition becomes false coming to else part. Execution is completed. Now I'll enter here something like 5. 5 to 1. Else part of the while loop. Getting or not? Now you say something like what you know? Minus 6. Minus 6 is what? Invalid input. You say 0 here. 0 is what input? Invalid input. Able to get me? Right. Done. Now, I hope you followed this. Write down. Open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate all even numbers, which will generate all the even numbers, within n, all the even numbers within n. What are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6, something like what? 8. Like this, I will go on taking 10. So I'll go on taking something like this. Suppose if my value is called some 15, if I enter, what are the values printed? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 14. 15 should not be printed, right? Suppose if I enter some value called what I'm entering, 8. You need to start 2, 4, 6, 8 also I want to print. That means up to that number. If that number is that, I want to print. So how this is done? Logic you prepare it, ma. 8 for example. Where are you starting with? 2. Because your numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8. Starting from where? 2. What is the condition now? While I less than or equal to 8. What you'll do? Print of what? I. How much is the incrementation here? 2, 2. I is equal to what? I plus 2. First time 2. 2 less than or equal to 8. True. Print what value? 2. 2 plus 2? 4. 4 means it is going back to the loop or not? 4 less than 8? True. Print 4 also. 4 plus 2? 6. Go back. 6 less than or equal to 8? True. Print 6 also. 6 plus 2? 8. 8. 8 less than or equal to 8? True. Print what? 8. 8 plus 2? 10. 10 less than or equal to 8? False. It is coming out of it. Are you following? So you need to take care about that. Will you do by yourself? Do it by yourself. One more you write it. Homework you write. One more you write it for your practicing. Write a Python program. Which will generate odd numbers. Within n. Where n is a positive integer value. Archita is asking, please one time run this code. Archita. What, ma? Archita? Any doubt you got it, huh? See, Archita. Run this code once. Here I am saying something like 6. What is the doubt, ma? 4, 3, 2, 1. Archita, are you okay, ma? Now, some student is asking, what if 1 is odd number like 3, require even from 1 till 2. So, coming to the point of it, odd numbers, one student got a doubt about it. So, see students, what is my logic? What is my number? 8. What the odd number starts from? 1, 3, 5, 7. That means how much you are taking I is equal to 1. Y I is 2. How much you are incrementing? 2, 2. It is the best logic. This is the best logic. You take it percentage 2, it will be the unnecessary waste of time. It is a waste of time. So your looping require what? Best case program is required. So we should not go for what? Writing like this. I is equal to 1. Moving from all the ways, wasting the time. I percentage 2. This is not the best program. Legacy code we can call. Did you understand? Right. Will you do that odd numbers code also? Write down. Write a Python program. These two things homework you do it. One more. Write a Python program. Sai Kiran, please execute your program in your system. Ma. Don't paste the code in the class. Okay, done. I am appreciating. Good student. Don't post the code because other doubt also I should see now. That's why. Write a Python program. which will accept a numerical positive integer value, which will accept a numerical positive integer value, which will accept a numerical positive integer value, and generate a multiplication table, and generate a multiplication table, and generate a multiplication table, generate a multiplication table. Are you following me? Look at, I'll go for what? Observe it. I'm going to start with MUL table example1.py. Careful. Slowly we are increasing the stuff of the questioning. Program for generating multiplication table for a given positive number, right? Positive number. Look at students. If n is equal to 9, for example, what is the multiplication table? 9 into 1 is equal to 9. 9 into 2 is equal to 18. 9 into 3 is equal to what? 27. So on, I will write it. 9 into 10 is equal to 90. Observe it carefully. What is this 9 is called n, right? What is this 1 to 10 is called? I value ranges from 1 to 10. One loop is required. And this 9, 18, 23, 27, and then 90 are called a product of n into I or not? This will repeat how many times? 10 times. How do you write the code here? Start from where? 1. Coming to where? Come on, tell me the tentative code. I is equal to 1. While I less than or equal to 10. I less than or equal to 10. You can also write I less than 11 also you can write. Print of, see students, I will say print what value? N value here into symbol I want. I value I want to print is equal to, I want to print the product also, I want to print product also. Double quotes end dot format of n comma I comma n into I need to write. Will you understand this? And this will be repeated for number of times. What is the value of I? 1. 1 less than or equal to 10? True. What is the value printed? N into, that is a 9 into, I value is how much? 1. 1. What is that? N into 9 is printed. I need to increment I is equal to I plus 1 or not? Initialization, condition, some calculation started, and I am incrementing that 1. If I don't do this I is equal to I plus 1, what will happen? Only 9 into 1 only repeated. That will be the problem. Right, ma? Prajwala, it is the question, ma. See on the screen. See on the screen, Prajwala. Program for generating multiplication table for a given positive integer value. Tell me now, what I should say? Int of input of enter and enter a number for generating what? Multiplication table. Enter a table for generating multiplication table. N we got it. So multiplication tables will not be existing for what? Negative numbers. What I am saying now is what input? Invalid input. Dot format of what? N I will write it. Done. In else part I am going to write it. See students. 1 minute. I will take out multiplication table for the coding is increasing. Increase your output looking also. Output presentation also. Of what? N. N you do it. Okay, done it. After that, before that, I'm just writing like this. Of what something like 50. So try to take care about that. So into what? Some 50 you say. And you write the same thing. And you write the same thing here. Now I'm writing the looping. Start up. I is equal to what? Initialization. This is known as what part? Initialization part. What is the condition, please? I less than or equal to 10. You can also write it as 11 also, less than 11. Because I want only 10 entries in the multiplication table. Tell me guys, \t into like this, dot format of n comma I comma n into I. Done. I is equal to what? I plus 1. I plus 1. Now I will write. Here I am writing n1 L spot also. In the L spot, I will write it. One separate line I will write for your better understanding. I'll write a symbol called what? Star symbol, I like a closing underline. Are you following? So here it is an initialization part, conditional part, I is equal to I plus 1, and this is called what? Updation part. Try to run it. Run this example. I say some 9 here, minus 9 I will say. What input? Invalid input. You enter the value called 0. 0 is an invalid input. You try to run it. So the number is called 9. Ninth table is coming or not? Ninth table. You run it one more table called 19. 19th table is coming here. Getting or not? So like that you enter whatever the table number you want, that particular table will be coming. Easy now? Right. Students in online, got it? Now I will enter into the other case. Write down. Write a Python program. Complete examples, only examples on this area. Write a Python program which will find sum of 1 to n numbers. Which will find the sum of 1 to n numbers, where n is a positive integer value. Where n is a positive integer value. Where n is a positive integer value. Okay, look at the code once. Logic analysis I am taking. What is my number here? 5. What is the given number? Come on. Given number is 5. Given number is 5. 5 means what? You know how to generate 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, and then what? 4 and then 5. You will generate like this. Whose sum I want to find, students? What are the sum of these values now? What are the sum of these values now? 15 I am going to say. 10 or 15? 15. I just want to find. Are you getting this logic? So here I am trying to say, we are going for introducing number of numbers are available. When n is equal to 5, it is going to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is generating. I need to add 1 with 2, 2 with 3, 4, 3 with 4, and 4 with 5. Are you getting? So 1 with 2, how much? 3. 3 with 3, 6. 6 with 4, 10. 10 with 5, 15. 15 is the result. Getting? In mathematics, there is one formula is there. What is the formula? N into n plus 1 by 2. This is what we called as in school days, finding the first n natural number sum. What is the n value here? 5. 5 into 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 by 2. It is called 30 by 2 is called what here? 15. 15 is an answer. But nobody will ask you about the formulas. They will check your logics now. They will check your logics. Are you following? Now, how do you write the logic for this? That is a big discussion here. Take an example. I would like to start this first example, and you will come across this type of logic many times in our coding. Assume that you decided to start a business. You are going to do the business for what? 5 days. First day profit you are going to get 1 rupee, second day 2 rupees, third day 3 rupees, 4 rupees, and then 5 rupees. Before starting the business, what is your profit? 0. First day profit is how much? Come on, quickly. Day 1 profit is how much? 1. What are you doing now? Add the day one profit to the profit which you have. What is the profit you have? 0. Tell me, profit is equal to P plus 1. What is the P value initially? 0 plus 1. What is the profit now on first day? Good. Second day you are coming. Next day. Day 2. What is your profit next day? 2. That you need to add to the previous profit or not? Come on. P is equal to what to do? P plus 2. What is the value of P? Come on. 1 plus 2. How much? 3. What is the profit now? 3. Next day 3 profit. Day 3 profit how much? You are going to write it. What is this now? P is equal to what? P plus 3. What is the profit here? 3. 3 plus 3. 6. Day 4 profit. Day 4 profit is how much now? 4 rupees. What is the profit you are doing? P is equal to P plus 4. What is the value of profit already? 6 plus 4. Right. Day 5. Day 5. Profit is how much? 5. What are you doing there? P is equal to what? P plus 5. What is the value of P? 10. 10 plus 5. What is this? 15. In simple word, how do you do this logic? See, same thing I am writing repeatedly now. Instead of writing, if I have 100 days, I cannot write P is equal to P plus 1 plus 2 plus like that. How do you do now? Come on. P is equal to what? 0. Where are you starting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this. What is the value of I? 1. Come on. While I less than or equal to 5. For example, I less than or equal to 5. What is the next step? P is equal to P plus I. What is the value of P? 0. 0 plus 1. Beginning. 0. 0 plus 1. 1. What is the value of P, ma? 1. Next, it should be increasing the next day to 2 or not. How do you do that? I is equal to what? I plus 1. Initialization, condition, updation, accumulating my profits. What is my initial profit? 0. What I am doing? I am accumulating my profit. So P is equal to P plus 1. First day 0 plus 1 is called what? 1. P is 1. Come on, ma. Go back to the condition or not? What is the value of I? 2. 2 less than or equal to 5. True. P plus I. If you put your brain, you can answer it. Don't sit quiet and come in the class. Speak out. I'll convert it to online if you don't answer it. Why to come to offline and sitting in the class quiet and come? Answer it. 1 plus 2. Answer is what? 3. I plus 1. ఏం రాదు ఫస్ట్ మళ్ళా సైలెంట్ కూర్చొని ఉంటారు ఇక్కడ కూర్చొని. Come on. 2 plus 1. 3. Go back to the place. 3 less than or equal to 5. P plus I. 6. 4 అంటారు. బ్యాగ్ సర్దుకొని ఇంటికి వెళ్ళిపోంగా. 3 plus 1. 4. 4 less than or equal to 5. True. What is the P? 6. 6 plus 4. 10. What is the P value? 10. I plus 1. 4 plus 1, 5. Go back to the condition. 5 less than or equal to 5. True. What is the P plus 5? 10 plus 5, 15. I plus 1, 6. 6 less than or equal to 5. False. Coming to what? Else. I will print in the else spot. Print sum is equal to or profit is equal to P. I will write or not. This is the way to print the logic. Are you getting? Without logic writing, without program writing, there is no software jobs. 100% that is. 100%. Right? Take care and move to the logics. Now, let us go to the, while I am explaining, you need to listen carefully. Sir, repeat again. If that is the case, I cannot complete my course. I will not repeat once the program is completed. You have to remember this point. So I'll go for what? Python file. And what is this now? Natural numbers sum example1.py. If I start doing repeating, that is a never ending story. Because basically I'll explain very slowly, very perfectly. If you still asking again, that is not a story. Program for finding sum of what? Natural numbers. First natural numbers. Sum of what? First n natural numbers. Yemen babu. Problem? Health problem? Vinu class చెప్పేటప్పుడు విను. So natural numbers sum. చాలా ఆప్షన్ ఉన్నావు కదా, అదే ఇక్కడ ఆన్లైన్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడ కూడా ఆఫ్లైన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు కనిపించాలి, చూడాలి అక్కడ. ఓకే, లేదంటే ఆన్లైన్లో ఉండు బెటర్. సో n ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు వాట్? ఇంట్ ఆఫ్, లేకుంటే వెనక కూర్చో, సో దట్ నాకు డిస్ట్రాక్షన్ కాకుండా ఉంటుంది. సో ఇంట్ ఆఫ్ input of enter how many numbers sum you want to find. So this is a number 5 or 6 or 10 or how many numbers you want. If that number of numbers are less than or equal to 0, says what here? Invalid input. Is invalid input. Dot format of n. Dot format of n. Else. Come on to the point. What should I do? Need to write the logic. Suppose if I don't want to write the logic, I'll say pause for a few minutes. Try to run it. I'll say -5, invalid input. You try to run with 0, is called what? Invalid input. Coming like this. Following me? Let's move to the past related things. Now come to the point. Tell me. What should I do? Sum is equal to what? 0. Why I am taking? Because to accumulate my number of numbers, I need to go. I is equal to what? 1. What is the condition? While I less than or equal to n. If you tell the code in the class, at least your thinking power will increase. If you look at like that statue, when you go to interview also like that only you will be getting. It's 100%. It is the proved things. Take care. And daily I don't want to say this. Print I value, you print it. You print the I value, students. So format of what? I. Right. Next is called what? S is equal to S plus I. S is equal to S plus I. I is equal to I plus 1. Because of S is equal to S plus I, what will happen? We are accumulating the sum of every number. We are incrementing the I value also. So this is repeated for how many times? N number of times. It is coming out of that. And I will write immediately. I'll write something here. Star of what? 50. Star of 50. Now I am writing something like this. Now I am saying that print of what? Sum is equal to dot format of what? Yes, I am saying. And before that, I would like to say here, something like good looking output purpose. Print of what? So natural numbers sum. How many natural numbers sum? I will write 10. First natural numbers sum. Dot format of what? N. So I will write it like that. Now, see students, now try to run this code. Did you understand this logic? What I am doing this as is equal to 0 and doing this, I am accumulating my results. Try to run this code. Now I'll say enter how many numbers you want to say. 5. What is happening? First 5 natural numbers. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sum is equal to what? 15. Once again you try to run it. I say something like 10. What is that now? 10. 1 to 10. What is the number? 15. Cross check cheskochu. 10 into 10 plus 1 by what? 2. N into n plus 1. That is called what? 110 by 2. It is called known as what? 55. Did you understand this point? Yes, easy. Now I am going to say, it is so simple, students. If I say 20, it is going to give you 210 is an answer. Got it up? So what is the main interesting here? How do you accumulate these values? How do you accumulate these values is the main target here. Okay, now? Shall we go for one more example? And one more request, because this coding is important in your life of software industry. See, I expect always response from you people. Suppose you don't give response, will I lose any single NP from my packet? You will lose your confidence. Your only course will complete. You already paid fees, already coming to the class or not. If I don't bother, if you don't respond or not, if I don't bother, what will happen? Nothing will happen and you cannot get anything. Only a small effort I am keeping in the class. I'll explain each and every point to point. I am explaining and I am expecting from the students of offline, like online students, how they are responding. I am expecting such response from you also. I already requested. Once again, I am requesting. If it still don't speak, daily I don't want to say these words. And in any classroom of Hyderabad, you go and sit, they'll just quiet and calm sitting and faculty is going on explaining. Correct? Am I right? Same thing will happen, right or not? Yes. But here in my class, you try to give the response when I ask. If you don't give response, you cannot improve your communication. You cannot get the confidence in coding. Only you will look at, if you go to an interview, same thing will be coming. First time you have to open your mouth and what English will come out of your mouth, we don't know. And that English is unable to be listened by the interviewer. That's why practice in the class so that you can get the subject. This is my request for everybody. Right. Open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will find the sum of squares of first n natural numbers, which will find the sum of squares of n natural numbers. This is called what program? First n natural numbers. I want to get it what? Squares I want. What is the formula we learned in our school days? N into n plus 1 by 2 is called first n natural numbers. Squares? N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. We will go for logics. Logic we will go for it. Shall I take it now? I will take it the logic. Please observe the logic now. I'll go for this. What is this now? Natural numbers, squares sum, right? Squares sum example dot what? Py. This code I am going to take it. See students, these are all most important logics. In one's life, this is the most important logics. Tell me what should I do? I'll write the coding as it is. I'll carry this and see here. Find the sum of squares of what? First n natural numbers. And no faculty will give you these many examples on certain areas. They will explain the concept. One logic, small, simple, 1 or 2 lines logic, Python is over. Once Python is over, what will be the next position? You don't know. Now coming to the point of it. Natural number square sum. What I will do? Same logic I'll carry. Same logic I will carry up to here. Then I will talk to you. Follow me. Because this is the same code or not. First n natural numbers. Square sum. Squares sum I am going to find. Tell me. Square sum is nothing but what? See, n is equal to what? Something like 5 తీసుకుందాం. 5. What are the natural numbers actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are the squares actually? 1, 2 into 2, 4, 3 into 3, 9, 4 into 4, 16. And it is 25 students. Very good. 25 this is. What is earlier we did, ma? S is equal to 0. S is equal to S plus I we did or not? Today what we will do? SS is equal to 0. And the square sum is equal to 0. What I will do now? SS is equal to SS plus square, na? Square means what? I star star 2 I need to write. I star star 2 I need to write. Or SS is equal to SS plus I into I also I can write it. Either of the things you can write. Either you can write this or you can write this also. This is called what? Exponentiation operator. This is called what? Normal star operator, we can say. Are you able to follow? Yes. So coming to the point of it, tell me SS is equal to 0. I'll print the natural numbers, I'll print. Whose squares also I will print adjacent to each other. Otherwise, you don't know that what is a square. Now, tell me I is equal to 1 while I less than or equal to n. Okay. Print what, students? I'll say print \t. What I will print there? Given number I will print. Again, I will print what? \t. I'll print a square there. How do you print it? Dot format of I comma I star star 2 I will write it. Because of that, what will print? Square of squares will print. In the beginning, still if you want more clarity, given number and it is printed. More clarity if you want, I can write one thing. Just wait. Just wait. I will write else part. In the else part, I will write like this. Please run this code once and see that. 5 I will say. What are the numbers printed? 111 is printed and it is not incrementing the value. Correct? What should I do now? I is equal to I plus 1. Try to run it now. Say the value called 5. What is printed? 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, and like this. Number, it's a square. If you want to still getting under this 5 numbers square sum, if you want, I can get it. And after wait for a few minutes, I will print the good result. What I will do now? Square sum I want. How do you do it now? SS is equal to SS plus what? I star star 2. SS is equal to SS plus I star star 2. What I will print now? Come on. Squares sum. Squares sum is equal to what? Dot format of SS. SS you print it. Simple. Done. Execute it. You execute it. 5 you say. Squares sum got it. See the students. 1 plus 4. 5 plus 9. 15. 15 plus 16. 31. 31 plus 5. 25. Something wrong, huh? When something wrong. Where is it? So SS plus SS is 0. Okay. This must be written before. This must be written before. When I is coming, that you do that. So you can get the answer now. You see 5. What is the answer now? 55. Got it up? Easy. So this is the way how you can do it. But here, students, that you print it. But I am asking one small thing. You please follow me. I am writing something like this. Natural numbers, \t, squares I am taking. Squares I am taking like this. What is printed here? One \t, natural numbers as well as squares. Here I am writing below the same thing, natural numbers and everything I am printing. Here I do one more thing. I'll carry my previous logic also, student. That's the previous program logic. S is equal to what? 0. Here I will do what you know. S is equal to S plus I. I am carrying the previous logic also. What I am printing now? What I am printing? \t, dot format of what? S comma SS. What is this S comma SS? Normal number sum I am printing, square number sum also I am doing. Try to run it now. Say 5. What is happening? Under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. Under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is called what? 55. But let me format a little more clearly. Under this, I just want to go for something more clearly here. I say here one more backslash T you say. Try to understand. One more backslash T you say. Try to run it. Say some 5. It is going to print. Natural numbers contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squares will contain this. Like this it is going. Are you able to follow? Can you do cubes also? How do you do cubes, ma? CS is equal to what also? 0. What I will do here? Come on. I say 1 minute. I will add here. What is this now? Cubes I am adding. Cubes I am adding. I'll go for this now. Backslash T, backslash T. I say what here? I star star 3. CS is equal to CS plus I star star 3. Coming to the point back. Here I will say students. Backslash T, comma, what I will do? CS I will do it. CS I will do it. Ma? Empty curly brace. Good. Empty curly brace also required. Try to do it. Say some 5. Instead of 5, take some 3 and try to observe it. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 4, 3. 1, 8, 9 plus this one, 60. Are you following me? This is called the data for small data testing. You can apply for 5. It is going to print the 5. You can apply for 10 numbers. You see big numbers. It is going to give you the data like this. Understand? So what is the basic target here? How we are accumulating the everything into this line. Now, you can write this entire thing instead of writing 3 different lines. Comma SS comma CS is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0 like this. What is this now? Multi-line assignment. So once you have this many number of things, you can easily do the things. So 3, you'll get the answer like this. Online students, getting the clarity in this coding. So after going to home, you should not type the program by seeing that we should not type like a DTP operator. You have to close it and you have to start working on it. Like that, coding will improve. Okay? Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will find the product of 1 to n numbers. Which will find the product of 1 to n numbers. Which will find the product of 1 to n numbers. Why are you not writing more? One student. Not able to. Not writing student can stand up now. Totally out of order. Okay, let it be. Leave that part. So here I am going to write it. Let us coming to the point. Please write it. So here I am going to say product of product. What is this? Number product I am going to say. Example 1 dot what? Py. Look at that. Now I am going to say, coming to the point. Product of what? N numbers. Product of n numbers I am going to apply. See students. Carefully follow. This is a sum of what? Numbers. Because if I say all this highlighting about your activities, you may feel, sir, why sir is too much worrying about us. If I want to leave it, my heart is not permitting. If I want to leave it, I am unable to see you. So that's why I am trying to say some disturbance. Finding the product of what? Product of. So product of what? First n natural numbers. First natural numbers or first numbers. Right? Let us start. As usual, I'll take this number. So here I am going to take it. As usual, I will take this here also. But you need to tell something here quickly. How many numbers product you want to find? how many natural numbers product you want to find. Now, if I say here one students, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the product, ma? 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 4, 24 into 5, 120. 120. 120 is an answer. Right? Earlier, what is your summation we did? Earlier, your sum done or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? When you are doing the sum, what is our accumulative initial value? 0. 0 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 4, 10 plus 5. When I am going to multiply, if you take it by mistake, I is equal to S is equal to 0, S into 1, S into 1, 1, 1, 1, it will become 0. So I should not take what? 0. Anything multiplied by itself is going to be same thing. X is a value to be multiplied with the same thing so that X is an answer. So first time, start with this. What is the data here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your value here, ma? What is the initial product? 1. P into 1. 1 into 1 is 1. 1 is kept in where? Product. Increment the I value. What is the I value? 2. 2. 2. 2 multiplied with what? Already P. P contains 1. 1 into 2. 2. It is going to kept in where? P. Next, increment what value? I. What is the I value? 3. 3 will be multiplied with what? 2. Already 2 is there. 2 into 3. 6 was there in where? P. Increment I value. 4. 4 it multiplied with the previous one. 6 into 4. How much is that? 24 is in P. Increment I value. 5. 5 is multiplied with the previous accumulative product. 24 into 5. 120. Can you implement that? Come on. P is equal to 1. I is equal to 1. While I less than or equal to N. I less than or equal to? Okay, N. Come on, students. P is equal to, or you want to print that value? Backslash T dot format of what? I. Come on, mom. P is equal to what? P into I. Come on, next. I is equal to I plus 1. It is completed. Then I will write it in this place. Product. Product is equal to dot format of what? P I will say. P I will say. This is a product of. Here I will write one small point. Product of first n natural numbers. Dot format of what? N I will write it. N I will write it. Written. So done. Coming to the point back, whose product also I am printing like this. Done. Execute this. Try to run. Okay, this is not correct. This program I have to run it. So product of these numbers. Enter how many numbers? Suppose for example, take 5. What is the product? 120. 120. You say the number called what? 3. Product is called 6. So say some 10. It is going to give you the number like this. So somebody is asking some 100. 100. It is going to give the number like this. Python can hold any big number, and don't enter after going to home 1000 or 2000 or 3000. Your main memory is becoming full. Your main memory, how much able to store, that will be only going to hold. Python can hold anything. You increase your main memory capacity, it can store it. Right or not? You can lift. You are 6 feet height. 6 feet height person can have some capacity to lift the weight. Some measurements are there. If we keep 1000 kgs weight on the head of this, he will be collapsing. If 4 feet height person cannot lift 70 kgs of weight, some measurements are there. Like that, depends on the main memory capacity. Python objects can hold the data. If more capacity of main memory, it can store any amount of data. Understand? Right. Open the notes. Is this product summation you understood? Right. Can I give one typical example? Write down. Let me go to the next level. Second level we go. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept a line of text, which will accept a line of text, which will accept a line of text and split into words, and display those words, and display those words, and their length, Did you understand the question? Suppose I am entering something like this. What is that? Apple is in red. Apple is in red. What I will print? Apple. How many words are there? 5. Next is 2. Is 2. In is what? 2. Red is what? 3. Like that I want to print it. Start up. Right. Last student. Continue class. Stand up. Cheppu logic cheppu. Logic cheppali. You need to say the logic. Come on, what is this now? Line into what? Words. Dot what? Py. Example 1 dot py. Are you comfortable? Can you tell the logic? Don't fold the hands. Normal. Tell me. What should I accept? No, బాగా నేర్చుకోవాలని నా కోరిక అంతే. సైలెంట్ కూర్చొని ఉన్నాం. ప్రాబ్లమా? చెప్పగలుగుతాం? చెప్పలేవా? కూర్చో. If you start speaking now, you can answer it. Start. Come on. Line is equal to input of enter a line of text. Enter what? Line of text. Enter a line of text. I will write it. Given line is equal to dot format of what? Line. Okay. Line. I got the line. I'll get the line. Okay. So I got the line and all. So after that, you see that. Let us run this code. Let us run. I am writing apple is in red. Apple is in red. What is printed? Apple is in red. Now I want to print what? Words I want to split. Do you know how to split it? Yes. Already we know, students. Come on. Words is equal to line dot split off. Split function is already over. Split is the function which is going to split the lines of words with a delimiter space. Already over. Now I am writing this words is which type? List type. List type. Print is equal to given words is equal to I say dot format of words. So I am going to print the words in the format of list only. It is printing in the form of list only. It is printed in the form of list. Run this code, ma. So HUID is the capital of TS. All the words are coming or not? Now I will print after that what? Word length I will print. Shall I? Now start going to the point. Come on. While first of all, whether you observed or not, once again I will say Python is an OOP language. See that this is my list, correct? Now this is my list. I will write the list diagram here only. This is my list or not? This is called values are available like this. So my sir already said that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this is called indexes. So I need to take the 0th index value, first index value, second index, third index, and then fourth index. I don't know fourth index or fifth index, I don't know. Depends on number of words in the list. Are you following? So, how many words are there here? How do you find out? LEN of what? Words. LEN of words right now give you how many? 5. 5. Right now 5. It may be containing 6, 7, 8, etc. Okay now. So, I will start my thing. My index starts from where? My number of words in the length is what? 5 was LEN of words. 5 or 10 or 20, whatever it might be. But our length starts from where? Ends with what? LEN of words. Start. Now over. I is equal to what? 0. While I less than LEN of words. It may be 3 words or 4 words. I don't bother. Print what? Print that word. How do you print that word? Print of I. If you print, what will print, my dear student? 0 will print. 0 you want to print a 0th word you want to print up. 0th word you want to print, what you will use? Word of I. Index like. Word of I. And a word is called what? List. Word of I means word of 0. What is printed? Comma. LEN of what? W of I. LEN of what? W of I. It will print the word length. Word length it will print. Got it up? Beautiful. Students, now go to the logic. Now I am saying, tell me. I say, here I will say, what is that? Words and what? Length. Lengths I will write it. Words I will print as well as length also I will print it. Words I will print and lengths I will print it. How do you print it? Take care and start. What is this now? I is equal to 0 while I less than LEN of what? Words. Words is called what? List object. Here, for your understanding, words is an object of list. Words is an object of what? List. Okay. Come to back. Here I will print of what? \t. Say what? One word I will print. \t. I will print the length of that. Come on. Word of what? I, comma. Word of words of. Words of I. LEN of what? Words of I plus. Say I is equal to what? I plus 1. Finished. Beautiful. Say this. Here I am going to say the end of that. I'll write it what you know, else I will write it. Finished. Right, students? See the answer now. Get this. Done. HYD is a capital of what? TS. What is printed? What is happening? \t. Okay, that I will adjust it later. HYD 3 is cap TS etc. is coming. Okay now. So here \t I will write it. Double slashes are there. You try to write this. Try to run this now. Python is an OOP language. See that word length. Python is an OOP language. Are you getting? Any word you enter, that will be coming into picture. Online students. So error in 9th line. Okay, mom. That is previously. Are you getting? This is a given data. This is converted into this and it is printed like this. Got it up? So I'll write it. Sky is blue. So I will write it like this. So it is going to print the data something like this. Got it up? So first program at 6:20. The program is now the class is at 7:45. Is your talent increased? Whose talent increased? I don't know. Speaking students or silent students? Definitely speaking students. No strength will come when you don't speak in the class. That is a damn sure. Even after the course is over, you test your capacity. No capacity is there. You are 4,000, you will lose it. That's my botheration. That's why speak in the class. That's my request. Okay now? So I'll stop at this time. I'll be going for what? Tomorrow I will introduce what? For loop also I will introduce. For loop I will introduce in tomorrow class. That is my topic. Today I explained what? While loop, and also explained what? While loop. Okay now? So tomorrow class I'll go for what? For loop I will explain. Don't miss the concept. Do the homework. Thank you, students. All the best.